Welcome back, my dear students of class 8. Dear students, in my previous video you have learned the detailed lecture about the crop production and management, that is the chapter first of science. And in this part, today's video, you will able to learn about the remaining part, remaining subheadings, remaining subtopics of the chapter first, that is the crop production and management. My dear students, yesterday we were discussing about in my previous video we were discussing about the irrigation, and irrigations are of two types. What I have discussed, traditional and modern methods. So in the traditional methods, you have seen earlier traditional methods like dhekali, moat, chain pump, rahat, well, canals. So these are the traditional methods that you have already seen in the previous video. Now, dear students, have a brief look on the modern method of the irrigation system. Number one, that is the sprinkler system. Sprinkler system of irrigation, and according to this, in the crop field, suppose this is a crop field, so in this crop field there will be the supply of garden pipe, and this garden pipe is connected at certain intervals with the rotating nozzles. These rotating nozzles are responsible to irrigate, to give the water spray in the crop field. These are the rotating nozzles. So if these are the rotating nozzles, then these nozzles are having the perforations around it, which provide the water spray in the crop field just like the rainfall. So these are the rotating nozzles, what you are looking here, and these rotating nozzles are responsible for spraying the water in the crop field so that the complete plant body get the water in this method. And in this method, the water loss will be the minimum. There will be the no water loss. There will be the less amount of water is utilized with this system. Dear student, second system, that is the modern method, that is by the pumping set, by the canal system, by the borings, that water is supplying to the roots of the plants. Most of the farmers, suppose this is the crop field and these are the crop. So farmers, they supply the water into the root. So the plant will be able to absorb the water from their roots. So supplying to the root is called the drip system, drip irrigation system. And in this system, the plant absorbs water drop by drop, since water is available in the ground, in the roots of the plants. So by drop, that water will be supplied to the crop field. Dear student, come to the next topic, that is weeding. Weeding is the removal of the unwanted plants from the crop field. Means if you are showing the seed of a crop, then you will find that after some time along with the crop there will be the growth of some unwanted plants like motha, durva, etc. and that are called weeds. So removal of the unwanted plants from the field, either manual or by using the chemical weedicides, is called weeding. So next topic, that is the weeding. Weeding, that is removal of the unwanted plant, either by using weedicide or by using manual method. Then students, crop protection. Crop protection. This crop protection topic is concerned with the protection of the crop from the enemies like grasshoppers, different types of the pests. They can harm the crop, they can eat the flower, they can eat the plant leaves, they can eat the stem, they can eat the fruit. So there will be the need of the using chemical insecticide and pesticides. So chemical is spray, that is called DDT and malathion BSC. DDT, malathion, BSC. These are some chemicals that is used for the spraying in the crop field for the protection from the different types of the insect. Second is pesticide. Pest like rat and other pest can be killed by using the pesticides. Because they can harm the crop. If crop is ready, then the rats, they will ruin the crop, they will destroy the crop. Now next step, that is the harvesting. Harvesting is the process of cutting and collecting the crop from the field. This is the net result of the different types of the approaches that is done by our farmers. So this harvesting is another important aspect. My dear students, you are looking all the important steps, that is applying the agricultural practices. In the agricultural practices, harvesting, that is the cutting and collecting the crop from the field, either by using some animals or by using the machines. Now come to the threshing, the process of separation of grain from the chaff. All the crops, they are having the stem, leaves, roots, etc. and food grains also. So the food grains has to be separated from the complete chaff, that is called threshing. So threshing is another important. And next, that is the storage. Storage must be from storage that must be from the storage must be from the away from the moist place, and the soil dehri, that is very important as far as the storage is concerned, because this is the most popular traditional method, because it absorbs the moisture from the food grains, and food grains will be safe in the future. Now come to the crop improvement. My dear student, this is the last topic, crop improvement by by using the different types of the hybrid seeds, disease-free seeds and fertilizers. So how cropping can be improved, that you will see that how we can get the maximum yield from the crop field, and that will depend upon the utilization of the hybrid seed, HYV, hybrid variety, high yielding variety seeds, and by disease-free seeds, and by using fertilizers. So this is some useful methods by which we can increase the crop production. My dear students, come to the some important varieties of the seeds like wheat, Sonalika, Sonara, 64, Kalyan Sona. These are the variety of the wheat which can give the maximum yield. Rice, Jaya, Padma, IR and Pusa 205 that can increase the production. And for maize, Ganga, Rankit and Deccan hybrid, that is very suitable for increasing the crop production in the form of food grains. My dear students, one more topic that is very important as far as the crop production and management is concerned, and that is related with the nitrogen cycle, management of the nitrogen cycles. So as you know that if we rotate the crop, if we do the practice of cropping some leguminous plant like some dicotyledons, some pulses plants like pigeon pea, gram, etc., then my dear student, you will see that in the roots of these plants there are nodes. These are the nodes, and in these nodes bacteria like Rhizobium that will be found in the nodes of the leguminous plant. So suppose this is the plant. This is the root. So my dear student, what happened? The atmospheric nitrogen 92 that absorbed by this Rhizobium, and this Rhizobium convert this nitrogen into nitrate, and this nitrate will be absorbed by the plants throughout the year if you rotate the crop, and the remaining nitrate that will enrich the soil fertility. So if you rotate the crop, then the soil will be enriched, the production of pulses will increase, and for future cropping that will be beneficial. So my dear students, this chapter crop production and management is completed now as far as lecture is concerned, and now in the next video you will see the lecture about the question and answers. Thank you very much. Keep watching this video. Good day.